because this is such a special event, and it wouldn't be so unless you were all here. So I think it's important to have to spend a few moments explaining what it is and why it is we're doing what we're doing today. So I'm Interfaith Chair of Mitzvah Day. As you all know, I'm sure, is that Mitzvah Day is a Jewish-led day of social action. But all faiths teach us to do good deeds. And the gorgeousness about being here today is that we are here together with the Christian community, the Muslim community, the Jewish community, and the Brava Kumari. And everyone is welcome. And everyone has brought kids with you, and gifts and books to wrap for the Salisbury World School. So I've got Sarah Reynolds here with me from Salisbury World, who's going to tell us all a little bit more about the charity and where all your lovely gifts are going. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. Well, firstly, I'd just like to say thank you all very much. I mean, this is quite amazing, quite overwhelming, phenomenal. I'd really had no idea what to expect today. We've never participated in something like this. And when Daniela came to see us at Salisbury World and she was explaining about it, we were thinking, wow, what an incredibly generous and kind thing to do. And actually they turned up on our doorstep. It wasn't something we had to ask for at all. It was phenomenal. And then when she explained a bit more about it and the fact that it's actually all about bringing faith communities together, that was something that meant so much more to us, because one of the key points of Salisbury World is that we're trying to work together with all sorts of different communities, bringing them together, seeing the things that we all have in common, the principles that we have in common, the beliefs we have in common, and the fact that we're all part of a very large, warm and outward-looking community. So Salisbury World is a charity. We're a small charity based at 3 schools in this area, one of which is Salisbury Primary School, which is near here. And we work with children and families from a refugee background. We work at 2 secondary schools as well, and we provide services that really are aimed at supporting newly arrived refugee families to become active members of their local communities and fulfill their ambitions, whatever they may be. So a lot of our work is with children, and these books and gifts are going to go to about 100 odd children for whom we hold a party in December every year. And those children come from our after school and our holiday clubs, and they're aged approximately 4 to 11, but in fact we have quite a lot of families to whom we like to give gifts that will be shared by the whole family. And we're really keen always to get things that are going to last, that are going to mean something, that are really nice quality so that the children feel valued. And these undoubtedly are going to completely knock their socks off, I can tell you. They're watching the excitement every year when they do get their gifts is phenomenal. And they're comparing them with their siblings and they're sharing them with each other. It's just an amazing thing. So we are incredibly grateful to you. We do work with adults as well. We do an awful lot of advice and advocacy. We do workshops. We do volunteering, work experience. We do an academic mentoring program for teenagers, volunteering for them. We run summer clubs for teenagers and for children. We have a business startup, which is a catering group of refugee women who cater for many events, small and large, including lots of things at the Interfaith Centre here, which Maggie runs. So we're incredibly grateful to you all. Thank you very much indeed.
All right, but we must now very much consider the fact that I learnt about Salisbury World from Maggie. So the very beginning of all of this happened with a meeting between myself and Maggie upstairs. And we said, we talked about Mitzvah Day, and Maggie had a knowledge of Mitzvah Day, but we wanted to make it resonate with a local charity that was really important. And it began with Maggie. So over to Reverend Maggie Hindley, please.
Thank you. I have nothing to say really except welcome. It's wonderful to see such a lively event happening here. We're 2 Christian churches here, a Church of England and a United Reformed Church, and the United Reformed Church minister. But when we're not worshipping God in church, we're doing interfaith work. A lot of that's face-to-face, discussion group, study, learning. But just as important as that is doing stuff side by side with people to try and build a better neighbourhood, a better city, a better world. And this is a wonderful example of that. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for
and
coming.
all the best
Brilliant.
to Salisbury World, our great friends and neighbours.
Thank you.
Okay, but before we wrap up, we've other community leaders to thank for bringing their community along with them as well. We've got Rabbi Renee and Rabbi Alexander Wright. We want to say thank you to you and everyone who brought along. We want to say thank you to Georgina Long for bringing the Brahma Kumari community with them. And just to bring to your notice, there's a play that they're putting on and their leaflets that are just outside. If anyone would be interested, please do take a leaflet. And thank you to Alia's community from Alcoy. Thank you so much for joining us as well. I hope I haven't missed anyone out. My lovely friends from St. John's Wood have just arrived. All of you, this is wonderful. It's great for Salisbury World. It's a pleasure to do this with you again. This time next year, please, let's repeat it, because this is just wonderful. Thank you for being here. Thank you.